Hi, we're doing an exciting lesson. We're going to learn floating Pashi. Floating Pashi is an inversion. You're going to be upside down, and it's mind-blowing for beginners to see, and it's actually relatively easy. So I placed it at this part of the curriculum because it's pretty easy, it's pretty rad, but also because you go upside down, I put it a little bit later because, you want to know a little bit more what you do when you go upside down because a fall has more consequences. And we're going to start in straddle mat, and I'm going to slowly walk through it. However, before we get into it, I'd like to talk a little bit about the later hand position. Can I have your shoulder? As a base, I'm going to later put my hands on her bicep. And you don't want to be completely on the shoulder. You don't want to be completely down on the bicep. But you want to kind of think near the upper bicep. And I want to have my fingers extending down. I'll take most of the weight close to the shoulder. Remember leverage. The more out you are, the more leverage you have. So being kind of close gives you less leverage to deal with. However, to find a balance, you're going to really use your fingertips to balance. So let's first find our way to straddle mat. And the easy entrance is nice. Yep. Nice. Okay, at this point is where a lot of first-time flyers get really confused because you're being asked to do a lot of seemingly contradictory things. So number one, as a flyer, you want to keep your thighs piked. The pike is really important. However, you want to bend your knees until the soles touch. And then you want to reach for your ankles and hold them. So this is our starting pose. And now there are three things to keep in mind. You want to keep your feet together at all times. And you want to hold onto your ankles at all times. You want to fix that. And at the same time, you want to slowly straighten your legs. Don't go yet. And a lot of times people get confused. They don't know how to keep their feet together, keep holding the ankles. So initially, it takes a little bit of focus. However, once you did it once, it kind of clicks in. As a base, I mentioned, I want to be not on the shoulder. I want to be a little down on the bicep. And I want to have my index and middle finger extending down. So I'm wrapping these other ones to create a cradle. I don't have to squeeze out, just create a cradle. And then now, Isabella, you can straighten your legs. Nice. And I'm going to slowly pull my feet out. I'm going to support with a foot behind her back until I find the balance. And you can always keep your feet hovering behind the flyer's hips. In case they fall, you can tip them back. If the flyer were to fall towards their feet, they just simply stand up on their feet. Well, this is a pretty stable pose. And it looks pretty nice. And I'm going to tip you to your feet. Nice. Pretty easy. And now we're going to have Isabella and Cynthia demonstrate it. And we hope that it goes perfectly, but we're also hoping a little bit to run into issues so that we can troubleshoot them, explain how to troubleshoot it. Okay. So you can go for it. A little bit up. Nice. Cool. Nice. And nice. Now you want to keep your thighs in place. Bring your feet together. Hold your ankles. Nice, and now let's pause for a moment. As a spotter, I want to make sure they're as safe as possible. I want to use my hand and I can go under the shoulder because when I'm under the shoulder, it lets me protect the head pretty well. If they were to fall, my hand is under the shoulder and I can just kind of use the hip to tip the flyer forward to the feet and bring the head up. Cool, go for it. So you're gonna place your hands here. 2 fingers up here.
Like this?
Here. You want to cease to here so you can push later.
Like this?
Yeah, and you want to make sure to keep your arms straight and stacked over your shoulders.
Okay.
Nice. And you can straighten your legs. And now, Isabella, you can put a foot behind her back and push a little forward until you find balance. Oops. So you gotta push with your index finger because she's falling to her feet. Nice, let's come down.
Well,
Nice.
kind of.
Cool.
I've never done it.
Nice. So what we saw here, Cynthia tipped to her feet. And remember we have like our index and middle fingers.
Oh.
So that's what brings the flyer back the other way.
Yeah, I was doing it with one. So it's 2.
Yeah, it gives you more push. One is just pokey. So let's give it like another try and see if we can get it to happen. Nice. Nice. Cool. And go for it. Other way. Hands other way. Yeah. And you want to be a little closer to the shoulder with your hands.
Am I good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Resting on your shoulder, right? You are. All right, ready?
Yeah. Push more with your fingers. Push with your fingers. I'm holding her. Push more. Nice. See? Now you can use your feet to stop her from falling.
Okay.
It's like I think teeter-totter. You have to find the balance, and you can use your feet to kind of bring her in and out.
It's better 2 fingers, actually.
Yeah.
I was doing it with 1 before.
So I'm still helping a lot.
Yeah.
You can use your feet to kind of...
Can I get down? Yeah.
Amazing. Great call. Going to go through when you learn it. You have to find the balance, and you can kind of use your fingers to tip the flyer back. You can use your toes to bring them back. And let me raise you one more time just to show how the balance part works. Nice.
Sorry.
And go for it. Notice she can come this way, and I can push with my hand so she falls on my feet. And if you're tilting a lot, you can actually bring like a foot in here. So if she falls that way, I can hold her back with my feet. I can just slowly try to see where the best balance is. And then let's say it's balanced here, I can slowly let go with a toe. I bring a toe to the back. I can kind of do these little shifts. I'm like, oh my God, they're falling. So I gotta try just a little bit more. And look, there we are. Cool, I'll bring it down. And it's like this little balance. Nice, that's it.